My mom's drug addiction hit hard. She got down on her knees, begging me to give her the last bit of welfare money we had. I gave in, but the moment she got the cash, her true colors came out. I asked my dad to stop her, but he joined in and used too. That's when I knew we weren't eating this month. So I dug food out of trash cans just to survive, because staying alive was all that mattered. That's how bad they were. My dad even called the rehab center on my mom just so he could keep the drugs to himself. If I didn't want to rot in this life, I had to study. But my dirty clothes and messy appearance made me an easy target for bullies. I only went to school 5 or 6 days a month. On the day of the final exam, my teacher assumed I knew nothing and worried my smell would distract other students. She tried to take my paper away, but I refused. The test was too easy for me. When the results came out, she handed me clothes and treated me differently. I had scored a perfect 100. She asked how I did it. I told her my neighbor, who often dug through trash, would bring me any books she found. I loved reading them. The teacher said I was a genius, told me to come to school every day and take better care of myself. I wanted to, but at home the bathtub was filled with filthy water and the drain was clogged, just like my life. When I happily went to show my mom my perfect score, her face didn't light up. She'd kicked her drug habit, but caught HIV. She left me and my dad for good. You think my life was tragic? Remember, this was just the beginning. My dad stopped working. Every day I ate potato chips soaked in water. At least he was still there, until the shelter came for me. They said he had lost the ability to care for me. I begged them not to take me, but my dad packed my bag himself. I was heartbroken, but there was nothing I could do. The shelter looked clean on the outside, but inside, it was hell fights every day, to avoid getting bullied. I took on all the dirty heavy work. Still didn't stop the abuse. I suffered there for 3 years. My mom died, my dad ended up in a shelter too. I refused to let my life rot away. With the help of my old neighbor, I got into a private high school. To catch up, I had to work harder than anyone. I studied day and night, never wasting a second. Even while working part-time, with nowhere to sleep, I rode the subway. One round trip took 70 minutes, 4 trips. And it was time for school to open. It was exhausting but peaceful. One day the principal took the top 10 students to visit Harvard. By then I was ranked #1 in my school. Looking at the grand buildings and polished students, I wanted to be there so badly, but my part-time pay couldn't cover the tuition. So I started searching for scholarships. I found one from the New York Times. $12,000 a year, 4 years. Total over 3,000 applicants, only 6 winners. The essay topic: your most important life lesson, and how you faced and overcame challenges. It felt like it was written for me. I spent 4 months perfecting my essay. On my 18th birthday, the final day to submit, I handed it in. It wasn't just an application. It was my gift to myself for becoming an adult. Because I was proud. I hadn't let my environment drag me down. I'd kept moving toward the right path.